Good morning. You might notice my light jacket. This morning we're going to talk about my new Matador Maple. Characteristics of it, where it likes to grow, how I got it in this clay soil, and I'll try to catch you up on what's been happening since the last time we did one of these. I'm working on my second cup. Let's do this. So you graciously gave me a couple of weeks off, I think, from our Monday morning visit. So I got ready for Junk Ranch. Had a good show. It wasn't as rainy as we were afraid it might have been. I think I had a great booth. Part of it was in the barn, which I love because I had, well, a roof over our head if we needed it, and some actual walls, which is really nice when you're trying to sell decor, to have walls to hang things on. That weekend I stayed at our friend's place, Flamingo Springs, just a little bit outside of Prairie Grove. More on that, stay tuned. But we got to stay in their themed camper, the 90s hairband camper. Zay, he's 11, for the first time got to try and play a cassette in the little boombox thing they had there and tune in an FM station. It was like, I wish I got some video of it, but it was so good. So yeah, I told myself one of the things I wanted to treat myself with after Junk Ranch was a maple tree that would be red in my front yard. So here we are. So I decided on a Matador Maple. I didn't want one that had the crazy, garish, bright, artificially feeling colors, like I think, is it Autumn Blaze, that is like, knock your eyes out? I didn't want that. So I found the Matador Maple. It has a deeper orangey red color when it turns. It turns later in the season, so kind of when everything else has done its thing, you still have that to look forward to, and the color is said to last longer than most other maples. So Matador is supposed to be adaptable to different kinds of soils, and it tolerates moist conditions. And we are, I mean, watch this. I'm chipping into hard, dry clay, which it's dry now, but when you make a bowl in the middle of it, it's gonna fill with water and not drain very well. So basically I'm sticking this tree into a pot that has no drainage. So it's a good thing it can handle some moisture. Do you see? It's like chipping out. It's like I felt like I was one of the guys from Mount Rushmore. Chip, chip, chip. Little dynamite. You know, drill a little hole here, a little chip here, chip there, dynamite. Yeah, you know, that thing. So I've got some really well-established oak trees here on the old place. So I've got some established oaks here in our front yard. That's why we decided to move our house to this spot, because this is an old homesteady, old home place kind of place, and had some nice big oak trees. So I think this, the Matador Maple will sit just about right, kind of in an in-between space. It doesn't get super duper wide. It's supposed to get 30 feet wide and 45 to 50 feet tall. So, I mean, I've got plenty of room upward, you know, sky's the limit upward in the space I found here. And I think it'll spread. I got the tape, the measuring tape out, and it's gonna just tip to tip with the oaks on two sides of it. So it's gonna be perfect. I can see it from the front door. I can see it when we walk into the yard. It's just, I mean, I looked at it from every possible angle before I decided on a spot. Matador Maple is supposed to grow pretty fast. It has a habit that is symmetrical and oval and upright. So anyway, it had all the things that I wanted. And because, well, maples are pretty much shade tree, they all need to be out in the sun. It's got a little bit of shade part of the day, but it's pretty sunny here for the most part. So anyway, I feel like that was a commercial for Matador Maples, but I couldn't find a whole lot of info on them, so I thought, well, when you don't find much from Google, that's when you make a video about it, you know what I'm saying. So for us, Matador Maple is a good choice, and it's in a little bit of shock right now. The leaves are a little bit curly, but I think it'll be okay. I've left kind of a berm on the downhill side here, so it'll catch a little bit of water. Also, I can water it well, and the water will stand a little bit and have a chance to like soak in. But it's important when transplanting any plant or tree, trees especially, to consider where the top of the soil is in the pot and have it sit the same way in your landscape, height-wise. So yeah, anyway, why don't we check on, you remember when I bought those big, how big were they? 25 by 50 tarps to kill out some of the weeds so that we could have a wildflower meadow and start a cottage garden here in the front of the house. Let's check on that. Let's see if we're de-weeding any. Look how the sunlight lines up there, huh? That's some good planning. Shadow of the house right here. Full sun for the wildflowers. Yeah. Not bad. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So maybe by the spring we could just rake the surface back and scratch up the dirt and plant some wildflower seeds. That would be nice. Could it be that easy? It's getting there. Just needs some time. I don't want to mess up the soil structure, especially with all this clay, and make it even harder and more compact. Need those worms to be able to work through there and get some air into the soil a little bit. So I like this method of clearing the grass. Hey, before I go, I wanted to make sure and mention this month is ADHD Awareness Month. It's been kind of an obsession for me the last year and a half, 2 years. And I started an account on Instagram, ADHD After 40. So you can check that out. It's funny memes mostly that I feel like other ADHDers can relate to. But I've made a little series. It's a guide for friends and family, a little quick little, I think there's 9 or 10 images to go through. Just some good information and a little bit of humor that I think, you know, people that aren't living with ADHD, there's some stuff that you don't expect. You think you know what it's about, but you don't. You don't. So ADHD after 40, check that out, and be aware. Yeah. Well, we did it. It's not perfect, but it's done. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Let's what you make it. Let's get our hands dirty.